Marcy and Connie from 1033 Main Salon and Spa. Today I want to show you a couple of little quick back to school hair designs. The big thing right now is braids. And not to worry if you have trouble with braiding, we're going to show you a couple of little quick things that can make it easier. And these are great styles for the kids going back to school. If you have very young ones, moms, you can do this. It's super easy. And what's nice, it's a quick way to get control of your hair. So we're going to start with a little trend I'm seeing going along the front hairline. Connie has her part where she usually wears it. I'm just going to take some section off of the front here and move the rest of this back. I'm going to do the same thing on the front here and try to kind of match it up as far as how far back to go and pull the rest of this back. In fact, you can just take a little section of the top area and bring that up out of your way before you start braiding, and that's going to make it a lot easier to lay your braid in place. I'm just going to twist that up and clip it. I hope. There. Let me throw another clip on there. Connie's hair tends to be a little slippery, so it can be hard to get things to hold. Now, we're going to do just a little couple of French braids, but little braids. They're not big. They're very manageable. And the first tip I'm going to tell you is that you can do the French braiding while the hair is damp. It makes it easier to control the hair and work with it. And what's nice is when it's damp and then it dries, the hair fluffs out. So you can kind of get some good tension on the hair. And I'm just doing a little first section there. I'm going to bring that section underneath. The main thing with the French braiding, with any braiding, is to control that center knot where all the pieces cross over each other. And if you do that, your sections will stay separated, your tension will be maintained, and you can free up a hand very easily just by holding that, and then take a piece along the front and add it to the piece that's there getting ready to go under. Bring that underneath. Same thing back here, take a little piece and add it and bring that all underneath. If you need to let go, just grab that knot in the middle. But when the hair is damp and you're braiding it, you get nice control of it, nice tension, and the beauty of it is it gets a little fuller as it dries. So if it's not a tight braid, it will fill itself in a little bit and give you better hold than you think you've got. But the main thing is, if you're not comfortable with braiding, it just gives you much better control. Now we're going to run that French braid along the hairline and bring it a little bit back under the hair. I'm kind of taking bigger sections here just to save time, because I do want to have a little time to show you something else. And as you bring that back and under, we're coming to that area where we sectioned off some hair. Keep going just a little bit under that. And bring it around and under that section. Because what you're going to do is pin this hair underneath. Now if you have very young ones, you'll want to secure this with a rubber band, because you know, with little ones the hair tends to come down. They get playing and they're not necessarily thinking about saving their hairdo. But we're going to bring that underneath, and I'm going to grab a bobby pin, and we're just going to run that pin across the end of the braid this way, and then a second pin crossing over that first pin in the opposite direction, and kind of tuck it under the braid so that it won't show. But that's going to secure your bobby pins. And then you're going to and then all you have to do is let this hair down over that. And smooth it out. If you're going to comb this out after you let it down, Just be careful that you're not catching the comb on those bobby pins. You don't want to catch that and pull them out of place. And there's a nice little back to school look with the hair out of the eyes. This is great if you're growing out some bangs. Now I'm going to take this down and I want to show you another little way of doing a similar design, but not quite the same. I'm just going to take these out over here. Okay. Now for this, what we're going to do is take a little section back from the hairline. I also want to leave a little hair above the area that I'm going to work with for the braid. So I'm just going to clip that right out of the way. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Section the front off a little bit and section a little area, just like I did over there, and pull that back and clip it. Now in this technique, you don't need to French braid, but I recommend that you do your braiding at a little different angle than you might be used to, because if you braid this down here and then try to move forward and up, you're going to get a funny little hink in the hair here. So what I recommend is that you actually braid it this way. But like I said, you're not doing a French braid. You're just going to do a regular plaiting of the hair here. Up and over. And this will give you a better direction to the hair. And notice again, I'm not worried about leaving ends that show little fuzzy pieces. That's a lot of how the kids are wearing it. If that bothers you, you can comb a little gel through it, and that'll smooth the hair down. And all I'm doing here is bringing this up and over. And I'm going to turn her so that you can see this side, what's going on. Now we're over here, we're just going to continue to run that braiding along here. I want to pull that back a little. And you can just pin that in place. Like we did with the other braids. Just run a bobby pin this way. This actually is not a very thick piece of hair that I braided, so you might have a little trouble with that. If that's the case, what you can do is tie it off with a little rubber band, and then I'm going to grab a piece of hair here, and do the same thing. I'm going to braid this hair up. I probably don't want to bring it all the way down to the hairline. Oops. I'm going to braid this piece of hair up. Whoop, I'm catching on that. Even I have my little challenges sometimes working with the hair, so nobody needs to be perfect. I'm just going to re-braid this little section. And again, when you have this situation, just put a little rubber band on it, and you can use your bobby pins on that rubber banded area, and it'll be more secure. I'm trying to avoid the rubber bands just because I would like to save a little time here for you. Okay. So again, just going to take a little section here that we can work with. Divide it in 3. And do a second braid just like we did the first. It's going up. And I'm going to bring it over the head. And as you can see, the effect is a little headband. This gives you a little bit of control. And let's, you know, if you're wearing bangs or growing out some bangs, you can wear them down and not worry about them being braided into the design. All right. You just run those two braids together. I'm going to run a bobby pin in there to secure that for now. And let the hair down. And the reason we left some of the hair available on top of that is so that we can cover that area and not have, you know, not see where the braid is actually coming out from. And then just smooth out the hair around it. And we have a little cute headband. You want to tip your chin for me? A little cute headband actually made of your own hair. Again, this is something you could twist the hair and bring it over. You could tuck things into the headband if you want to make it look a little fancy. Put a little clip here and it'll look like a headband with a decoration on it. But the effect is very natural, bohemian, very simple and easy to do, and super trendy right now. Very popular, the little braided styles for back to school. So I hope that you have a great year at school, and while you're at school, look great, feel great, and have a great day. Thank you for watching our video.